G'day, Teresa Hogan here, Senior Livestock Officer for Hunter Local Land Services, bringing you the 2026 Livestock Production Autumn Paddock Report. Seasonal conditions across the Upper Hunter remain dry. There are some pockets that received rainfall during recent storm activity, but for the most part we are dry. This is concerning as we move into the cooler months. It is likely that you are currently experiencing a feed gap. That is, the feed that's available in the paddock is not meeting the nutritional requirements for our livestock for production. It is critical that we are making some decisions now and assessing our situation. We need to know what our pastures are doing and the condition of our livestock so that we can be well informed to make decisions. You might be considering such activities as sending animals off to agistment into areas where there has been good rainfall, destocking or reducing numbers to manageable levels, considering your weaning program and potentially looking at opportunity for early weaning. You might be considering putting some supplementary feed out to boost dry feed utilisation, or you might be staring down the barrel of some full hand feeding. Whatever decision you are making, there are some strategies that you can put into place to ensure your success. Number one is we want to be making our decisions early. We want to make sure that whatever decision we're making is moving us forward and being prepared and flexible in our management plans that those decisions might change down the track. We want to be assessing current weather conditions, but also the seasonal conditions to know what our pastures are doing. Take advantage of the current free feed testing that Local Land Services is offering, to know exactly what your paddock's doing and whether or not it's going to be meeting nutritional requirements of your animals so that you can make decisions around filling those feed gaps. If we are filling those feed gaps, how are we doing it and what are we going to be putting in front of our animals to meet nutritional requirements? It is important that we know exactly what our livestock need to ensure that the right feed is going in front of them. We want to be chasing quality feed. If we chase quality feed, it is likely we will save ourselves money down the track. We want to make sure that we can get enough feed to feed the animals that we have on hand. This is becoming a little more difficult as feed demand is increasing. It's also becoming difficult because we're not sure what freight costs we will be expecting and whether or not freight's going to be available. So setting yourself up to get enough feed in and the infrastructure you need to store that feed and keep the weather out of it and the rodents off it is really important. If we are moving into a full hand feeding scenario and we are considering containment feeding, are we set up for that activity to ensure that animal health and welfare is a priority? We want to make sure that we have the feeding infrastructure, feed troughs to feed them up off the ground. We want to ensure that they have access to cool, clean water at all times because even though it's cooling off, their water requirements remain high during feeding situations. We also want to make sure that those environments are safe for our livestock. We don't want to be leaving rubbish around that they can chew on or give them access to chewing bark or rails or baling twine, any kind of rubbish that will cause animal health problems down the track. The key is to make your decisions early and make a plan. Set yourself some critical dates, and that might be based on financial decisions, but it also should be based on market opportunity and the amount of feed that our livestock are requiring. So plan it out, make a cost analysis for the next month to 2 months, up to 6 months, to determine whether or not it is feasible for you to be full hand feeding those livestock. And then also set yourself some critical dates to reassess your management plan. Be prepared that down the track, those plans might change, opportunity might arise, but also it might be time to reduce numbers again. Continue to monitor your livestock going forward. It is critical that we keep an eye on them in terms of their livestock health and nutrition. We do not want to see our animals slipping in condition, because if they are, we are not meeting their nutritional requirements, and it's imperative that we catch them before they start losing weight. We want to make sure that all our animal health programs are up to date. That includes our vaccination and drenching programs. We want to regularly check in and remove sick animals from the system to ensure that we do not have rapid spread of disease. Remember, you and your family are your farm's #1 asset. Please reach out and seek support if you need it. For all livestock production, animal health and nutrition advice, please call local land services for further support. We are more than happy to help. Take care. Thank you.